everybody, Diane here. I finished 3 different 1,000 piece puzzles from the Art and Fable Puzzle Company, and I wanted to share all of my thoughts. So the 3 that I did were Day in the Garden, and the artist for this one is Betsy Silverman. The card players, and the artist for this one is Cézanne. And then the Keepsake, and the artist for this one is Bunce. So I'm going to show you all of the completed puzzles and tell you a little bit about the artist and give you all of my thoughts about the Art and Fable Puzzle Company. Stay tuned. Okay, so I have completed 3 of the 1,000 piece puzzles from Art and Fable. I have 1 here and then 2 underneath my board. So phase 1, I'm going to move all of these to the floor and hope that Beau, who is running around like a maniac, doesn't eat them. Wish me luck. My 3 puzzles are successfully moved to the floor. I wasn't worried about them falling apart because the fit is super good. So this one, if you remember, I was missing 2 pieces, but I contacted the owner of Art and Fable, and she sent me the missing pieces. So now I'm going to open them up and make sure that they fit. Okay, moment of truth, y'all. Get this open up, and here are the 2 pieces. And we have a perfect fit. Yay! Okay, so now that I have all 3 of these puzzles put together and done, I just wanted to share some thoughts about them. Okay, I'm on the floor in the bedroom, so the dogs hopefully don't bother me. So far I've completed 5 puzzles from the Art and Fable Puzzle Company. The first 2 that I did were 500 pieces. That was what they came out with initially. They just released the 1,000 piece puzzles a couple weeks ago, and I can say everyone that I have done has been absolutely phenomenal. So I'm going to give you all my thoughts. First, I'm going to show, this is the 500 piece box and the 1,000 piece box. I just want you to see they are a little bit smaller in size than traditional puzzle boxes. I think this is great because smaller in size, less cardboard, better for the environment. So that's one thing to know. Another thing to know about this company is they donate back to different causes. So for example, this puzzle, the Keepsake, which is by Bunce, the donations for this puzzle go to the American Women Artists, the AWA. So the AWA has worked diligently to bring women artists to the forefront of the art world, greatly increasing professional opportunities in the visual fine arts and leading to greater inclusion in the world. So that's for the Keepsake. For Day in the Garden, and this one is by Betsy Silverman, the donations from the sale of this puzzle go to the Animal Rescue League of Boston, which provides excellent veterinary and adoption services while working to confront the root causes of animal cruelty. Y'all know I'm a huge animal person with my little herd of 4 dogs, so I really like the cause for this one. And then the one I just finished, The Card Players by Cézanne, The donations for this one go to the National Institute of Senior Centers, which is an organization that is committed to supporting senior centers through best practices, professional development, advocacy, and research. So these puzzles all are created by different artists, which is something that if you've been following me for a while, you know is really important to me. I do really much prefer original art versus stock photos that I can just go on a website and purchase myself. So let me tell you a little bit about each artist from the 1,000 piece puzzles that I just completed. So the first one I want to talk about is Betsy Silverman. This puzzle was by far my favorite out of the 1,000 piece Art and Fable puzzles. So let me pick it up here so you can see it's absolutely gorgeous, beautiful colors, and really, really impressive artwork. So with this artist, what she does is she uses recycled paper to create her artwork, and she's just using the paper and glue, making different layers and creating these really, really beautiful images. I was so incredibly impressed with all the well thought out details in this puzzle. I'm going to show you a couple of them. Here you can see some of the text, sea change, design, inspiring, Boston, on the street. And then in here you can see this one says making a splash. And then there's some little people swimming, some fish on the road. Just so well thought out. And my mind is honestly blown. Like, this is true collage art made from recycled paper and glue. It's absolutely stunning. The next artist that I want to talk about is Cézanne. I'm probably saying that wrong. I'm sure you're supposed to say it with a French accent. I just don't know how to properly say it. And this one is called Card Players. So Paul was a French and post-impressionist painter, and he's actually credited with forming the bridge between the late 19th century Impressionism and early 20th century Cubism. And I just want to go into some of the details on this puzzle, like the little playing cards I thought were fantastic. I love the color of the table. The way that it's painted, it looks almost iridescent. And then I also really loved all the different shades of blue. I'm very much a blue person. So just again, really, really phenomenal detail in this puzzle. And then the other 1,000 piece puzzle that I completed is called the Keepsake, and the artwork for this one is by K.E. Bunce, or Kate Elizabeth Bunce. Kate Elizabeth Bunce was an English painter and poet who is associated with the arts and craft movement. And one thing that is particularly interesting about the Keepsake is that the key figures in this were modeled after her friends. Margaret Lewis Wright, who's on the left, Ethel Newell, who's in the center, and Kate Palmer, who is the center right. This painting is based on a poem titled The Staff and Script by Dante Gabriel Rossetti. This puzzle really captured my attention right away because of all these really vibrant details. You have the stained glass, the beautiful wedding dress. I just adore this green fabric and this dress here. And another reason why I was really drawn to this one is because it's almost my 1-year anniversary, so I can really relate to wearing a wedding dress since it wasn't that long ago that I got married. I showed you the size of the puzzle box, but I also wanted to show you just all the really nice details that are included on the box. So you have a really beautiful print of the puzzle, company information, the title, the artist, some little bonuses. We turn it to the side so you can see each of the sides of the box. You can see it's recycled. So these boxes really remind me of book spines. They look really beautiful when you line them up on your shelf. And then on the back, there's all these fabulous details. So there's information about the Art and Fable Puzzle Company. There's a little blurb about the 3 bonus items in the box. And then one of my personal favorite things, information about the artist. And then you can also see here the information about where the donations from the puzzle will go. So now let's talk about the piece shapes. So these are just some pieces from A Day in the Garden. I wanted to show you this nice variety of shapes. And this puzzle is a traditional European cut and the pieces are interlocking. These are really nice interlocking pieces. So I'm going to just put a couple together and show you just how fantastic this fit is. Oops, that's the wrong piece. So I have a couple pieces together and you can move sections no problem. Like, it's not falling apart. You can pick up the entire puzzle and move it if you want. So that's really great. And to me, that shows there is a level of quality and thought put into these puzzles. Whenever I talk about puzzle pieces, I always like to compare with Ravensburger. So this is the piece from Ravensburger and this is the piece from Art and Fable. You can see the shapes are really similar. And I'm going to pick these up, line them up, and show you thickness. Again, looks like it's maybe the Art and Fable's on the top, and it looks like it's maybe just even slightly thicker than the Ravensburger. The one thing that's really, really unique and cool about the Art and Fable pieces is they are velvet. So this top layer, it's not a matte finish, it's not a glossy finish, it's actually velvet and it feels so soft. I literally kept rubbing the puzzle last night as I was putting the pieces together. So, so nice. So because it has this nice velvet top layer, there's absolutely no reflection. So let me just show you the little comparison here with the Ravensburger and the Art and Fable. It doesn't matter what angle I hold these pieces at, it's always not going to have a glare. Whereas almost every other puzzle that I've ever done has some level of glare. For me, this is a huge win. I typically only puzzle at night because I do work during the day. So to find a puzzle company that produces pieces with absolutely no glare is just an incredible find, because I do have to use a lamp for when I work on my puzzles. So here are the bonuses that come in the puzzle box. There's a high quality print of the actual puzzle, And on the back of the print, there's the artist information along with the donation from the sale of the puzzle. I really like this print because it's a really great way to display the artwork without having to frame the puzzle. The second bonus is this puzzle box stand. So I know there's a couple puzzle companies that do include a stand in their box, and the design of the one from Art and Fable is different, and in my opinion it is far superior to any other stand that I have gotten in a puzzle box. Let me show you what I mean. So you just slide the lid onto this little lip here, and then it stays standing. You can move the lid around, which I do sometimes when I want to look closely at the details, and the stand stays on the box. So that's just a really nice bonus. And then the other bonus that comes in the box is a resealable bag. So this is another thing for me that I really, really like, because after I do a puzzle, I always put it into a Ziploc bag and then put it back in the box. This helps prevent damage to your puzzle pieces, or maybe losing puzzle pieces, because boxes do get damaged, especially if you're like me and you have a giant stack of puzzles in your to-do pile. So all in all, the Art and Fable Puzzle Company is a really, really high quality puzzle company. They're very well thought out. I will say, just so you know, these puzzles are a little bit more expensive than what I typically pay for a puzzle. They run about $30, and that's US dollars. But given the quality of the puzzle and the level of enjoyment that I get out of putting these puzzles together, they are more than worth the cost. So thank you for watching. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave me a comment. I'm happy to answer. And of course, if you want to see more videos, go ahead and subscribe.